Hi, welcome to Primeau's Pearls. I'm Amy Primeau, and I am the owner and the woman behind Primeau's Pearls. I want to take a few minutes to introduce myself and make you familiar with kind of what I do. So, I am a fiber artist, and if you don't know what that is, I use yarn, fleece, and cotton to make beautiful, unique gifts. So the first question you might have is, what's with your name? So Primeau is actually my last name. None of the vowels behave the way they should. I have had to spell it for all of my life because it's been my name for decades. But Purl is a stitch in knitting, and it is spelled P-U-R-L. Pearl, the jewelry, is P-E-A-R-L. So the jewelry birthstone is actually my birthstone. And I love pearls. I mean, I remember being like a teenager and asking for pearls for my birthday. I guess I've kind of always been into like granny things, I guess. Because my hobbies are certainly what some would currently classify as granny things, and that's okay. So with Primeau's Pearls, I wanted you to think of my creations as like beautiful treasures. It is just a play on words using the spelling for the knitting stitch instead of the way you would spell it for jewelry. Now, you may have also noticed my logo and thought, what's up with the unicorns? Unicorn is my logo. When I created the logo, it looked to me like a blue pearl with a unicorn head in it. The simple answer is I love unicorns. That's it. 10-year-old Amy loved unicorns, and several decades later, I still love them. I really enjoy that they're becoming kind of their own thing, that they're not just for little girls anymore. So that's why I used a unicorn in my logo. The items that I create, many are kind of one of a kind, but even if it's something that I'm making several of, due to the handmade nature of everything, they're all going to be a little bit different. I could make the same thing 10 times over and have 10 different variations of it. So I started Primeau's Pearls in 2012. I had made blankets for just about everybody in my family. In fact, a couple of blankets for each of them. I had made blankets for friends, and I was having fun. I wanted to keep creating. I have always been a creative person. I write. I remember in high school before exams, I'd be sitting in front of my locker working on a needlepoint or something. I've just always been a creative person. And what I have found as an adult is I'm at my happiest when I'm creating. So in July of 2012, I launched Primeau's Pearls as an Etsy site. And it was a hobby for a few years. In 2016, when I lost the position that I had held for nearly a decade, I decided to kind of go all in on myself and to devote my resources to growing Primeau's Pearls. A couple of years ago, I launched my own website, took everything off of Etsy, put it on my own website. And from 2017 to 2023, I did a few craft fairs. Not a lot, but I did a few. In 2024, I actually opened my first physical location. Everything had been done either online or at craft fairs. I was essentially running it out of my house. And I opened a studio inside the Pendleton Art Center here in Middletown, Ohio. We are downtown. If you're in the area, it's the big purple building. For the first time in 12 years, I had a place for my things. And I was able to see all that I have created because it was all in one place. So if you are visiting the Pendleton Art Center and you can't find me, I'm on the lower level. I'm in Studio 2. Or just follow the blue unicorns or ask them where the blue unicorns are, because everybody's getting to know me. They're, oh, she's the unicorn lady downstairs. All right. So what do I make? I said I'm a fiber artist. Honestly, the list of things that I make continues to grow. And I always have a list of things that I want to try. So, I'm pulling from this list and adding them to my inventory. I have fleece blankets, which have a braided edge instead of the tie edge. They've been a favorite since I introduced them. They're probably my top seller, and they make a lovely gift. I have fleece scarves and fleece shawls or ponchos, whatever you want to call them. I said I knit, right? So I have knit scarves and knit headbands, knit baby blankets. And then a couple of years ago, I actually fulfilled a bucket list and learned how to sew. So over the last year, I have been incorporating more sewing items. I have a lot of small gifts like key fobs, bookmarks, mug rugs. I have some pot holders. And truly, just about every month, I'm trying another pattern. And if I like it, it gets put into my inventory. So I literally have hundreds of items. Everything that is in the studio is also available on my website. So I try to keep everything. You can shop online if you're not local, or you can come into the studio. Now, you could also do special orders. I love doing special orders. I do have deadlines for the big holiday gifts, such as like Mother's Day, Father's Day, and of course Christmas. So make sure you're following me on social media, because I will post those. But what's a special order? Well, maybe you like the fleece blankets, but you're looking for a different pattern. Or you like the knit scarf, but you want a different color. Anything like that is a special order. And as I expand my offerings, my ability to create other things expands as well. So if there's something you're looking for, just message me and let's see what we can do. Thank you for joining me on this journey, and I appreciate you being here. Bye.